Let's talk about Target. This is the one you spoke with Maria about, and the stock making a nice 11% move today. The street had sort of given up on these guys, I think, for a while. They had all the problems with being way too woke, all those, rainbow things in the front of the store. Not that they can't sell them, but they were really sort of pushing it hard. And a lot of people pulled back from Target because of that. Now, I guess, as you say, because I know he's a good friend of yours, Brian Cornell, the CEO of Target, says, look, we're focused on growth and making money now. We're not going to be focused on this other stuff.
It's about time. This is a stock that got beat up. I mean, it's actually near the 52-week highs actually today, and we'll see if it actually maybe even busts through that. But if you go all the way back to all-time highs, we're nowhere even close to that. And I think that's been the big problem. And obviously, they've done a lot of things to make things a little bit better at Target. I mean, one of the things is they've really focused on the margins, and they're absolutely laser focused on those gross margins. They were up at 25.6%, John, about 3% higher than expected. So look at the PE, despite the fact that this thing is run to the upside. And when you look at the earnings they were able to put up and the revenue and so forth, this thing's trading at about a 17 PE. There aren't very many stocks out there that are trading that low right now, especially with the run that we've had from the NASDAQ, from the Dow, and all the rest in the S&P. But Target is one of those. So it's still relatively cheap, despite the fact that it's made a pretty big run today. Their earnings were up 57% year over year. That's a pretty big statement. Absolutely crushed it. And I think from what the tone was, I think that they're looking to crush it again and again and again, because the way Brian put it out there, John, he said, hey, look, we're here to make money, and that's what we're going to do. And it's what they did this quarter, and I would expect them to continue on.
Well, this would be, I think, a hold for both of us. Maybe you're even still a buy, Pete. But I would say, I would not just take profits. If I owned the stock, which I don't, I had some options. And you were talking about more options were hitting again today, Pete. People betting that the stock still goes higher.
Yep. And they were even looking fairly short term, John, looking for this thing to make a pretty decent pop to the upside, a significant pop, despite the fact that the stock had already opened up with a very nice big pop of about 8.5% or so. And I think I've seen it as high as 11% since the start of the day, maybe even higher than that. But really good run, deservedly so, because this is a stock that did get hammered, but it's been kind of coming back. This earnings gave it a nice big lift today.
Yeah, it's a good day to be a TGT shareholder.